On the 14th of May 2012, Savannah Marshall and Claressa Shields fought a bout of boxing that would affect them for the rest of their lives. Marshall was adjudged to have won the fight, but Shields has stated on numerous occasions that she believed that the judges had been corrupted and that it was she who was the true winner.
It took the judges and the ref to help her win.
When the fight video was finally uploaded, the controversy exploded, with factions forming for each fighter. In this video, we will settle these disputes by determining who actually won the fight based upon the scoring criteria of the time. Each connecting punch scores 1 point. The punch does not need to be concussive. The target areas are the front and sides of the body and head. When in a clinch, the boxer judged to have won the clinch scores 1 point. Points deducted are indicated by the referee's fingers following a warning. Hidden punches can be scored in two ways: a rapid jerk of the opponent's head, or a visibly launched punch if the opponent's arms are not blocking the punch and the fighters are clearly within range. Obviously, hidden punches could not be scored by the judges at the time. Counting all the punches can only be achieved using extreme slow motion replays down to frame by frame examination. For the live judging, this was impossible. 5 judges were employed to count the punches. They did this by pressing a red or blue button. For a punch to be registered as a point, 3 judges had to press the same colour within a 1 second interval. However, within 1 second, both fighters could exchange left-right combinations, meaning 4 punches within 1 second. Not only could the system not cope, but when infighting, there was little chance of 3 judges simultaneously seeing the punch exchanges. Therefore, the system favoured the fighter who boxed at range, their punches more often being easily viewed around the ring. In the case of this fight, Marshall had a significant advantage with reach and height, which enabled her to box at range. To overcome this advantage, Shields was forced to box on the inside, meaning that many of her punches would not be scored. Ultimately, Marshall took the win, and that result will always be in the record books. But did she actually outpunch Shields? Did she win the clinches? What will be the final scorecard after all the punches, clinches and deductions are taken into account? This is what we're going to discover, with each point indicated as it happens or at the last punch of a series. A follow-up video is planned analysing the girls' current fighting skills, a pre-fight prediction before the O2 clash, and for all those with coins to play with, I'll be explaining the options, hedging and risk rewards for this fight. Now, let's see who won the first fight. That's it. The bout is over. Shields has her head down, knowing that she has lost. Here is how the computer system scored the bout. The scores that we have bear no relationship to the computer scores. Shields is understandably distraught at losing for the first time in her career. At this point, before we bring up the scorecard, take a millisecond to like and hit the subscribe button. Any subscribes received will be reciprocated in kind. Let's look at the scorecard. What we discover is that Marshall won rounds 1 and 4, while Shields won rounds 2 and 3. In today's scoring, that would be a draw. However, in the era of punch counting, Marshall took the win. It was very close, 55 points to 59. Marshall outpunched Shields, but Shields won most of the clinches. Her ill-fitting gum shield cost her dearly. My overall view of the fight is that Marshall won the bout fair and square. What is clear is that from a live judging perspective, Marshall produced the cleanest and most visible punches. She also delivered more hard-hitting blows. These two factors combined would see Marshall being judged the winner by most if not all judges, even when concussive punches are not ranked higher. Of course, you may wish to challenge my scoring and raise your objections in the comment section, but do keep in mind that without bias, I have spent many hours determining the punches. Similarly, the same objectiveness will be shown in my next video when analysing the fighter's current skills. This will be to determine who will win the fight, how, and when it will end. If you intend risking coins on this fight, then you should definitely subscribe and click the notification bell. Either way, it should be up on Thursday night for Friday, so bookmark my channel if you don't want to risk the notification system. Of course, if you are watching this video after the event, you will be able to see if my predictions were accurate. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.